and ever wondered what everyone's binging on HBO Max this week, whether you're a sci-fi fanatic, a reality TV junkie, or just looking for your next obsession, we've got the list that'll save you hours of scrolling. But first, if you're enjoying this deep dive, hit that subscribe button and smash the like. It's free and it helps us keep the recommendations coming. And imagine a world where ghost hunters trade haunted hotels for suburban basements. Um, um, that's exactly what Ghost Adventures House Calls delivers. Zach Bagans and crew tackle family-friendly hauntings armed with sensors and sarcasm. Each episode wraps up with a verdict and tips for homeowners. Perfect for anyone who's ever yelled at a creaky door. Welcome to Plathville. Follows a family navigating life after strict upbringing. From cross-country moves to dramatic reunions. It's like a real-life coming-of-age movie. Uh, the show's mix of raw moments and staged drama keeps viewers hooked, proving sometimes reality is stranger than fiction, or at least more awkward. Um, and love is complicated when visas and language barriers uh, are involved. And that seems to be more similar. And 90 Day Fiance, the other way, flips the script following Americans abroad. Uh, Watching couples navigate cultural clashes and bureaucratic nightmares is equal parts heartwarming and cringe. Uh, Spoiler, someone will always forget their passport. Uh, Rick and Morty remains a fan favorite, blending multiverse chaos with family dysfunction. Uh, Rick's nihilistic wit and Morty's existential crises make for the ultimate dysfunctional duo. The show's clever writing and endless Easter eggs keep fans rewatching episodes like they're stuck in a time loop because they are ever wondered what happens after the 90 days. Uh, Happily ever after, checks in on past couples. Spoiler: marriages crumble, babies arrive, and drama never sleeps. The series feels like a soap opera with a passport. Uh, Proving love is hard enough without adding immigration paperwork to the mix. Uh, John Oliver's Last Week Tonight is the news you'll actually want to watch. Mixing humor with hard-hitting investigations. Um, it's like a TED Talk hosted by a stand-up comedian. Bonus, his rants often lead to real-world change, though we're still waiting for that free pizza law. Halloween Baking Championship is for those who think pumpkin spice is a personality. Uh, it it really it Contestants craft edible nightmares under tight deadlines. Uh, Watching someone cry over a crumbling cake is oddly satisfying until you remember you can't eat the scream. Um, John Henson's hosting. A sweet treat. The Pit throws you into Pittsburgh ER's chaos where every second counts. Noah Weil leads a cast tackling medical crises and moral dilemmas. It's like ER meets 24 minus the ticking clock, unless you count the waiting room's inevitable overflow. Task dives into Philadelphia's gritty crime world led by Mark Ruffalo and Tom Pelfrey. Think The Wire with more family drama. The show's tension comes from balancing casework with personal stakes because nothing says work-life balance like chasing criminals between parent-teacher conferences. At number one, Peacemaker blends superhero action with dark humor. John Cena's charm and awkward dad jokes make him the anti-hero we didn't know we needed. Bonus points for the best theme song since Baby Shark. Also, again, the key scale. Amazing, amazing. Need a break after all that. Remember to take breaks between episodes unless you've discovered the secret art of binge watching without sleep. Impressive, but probably not healthy. With that said, thanks for watching. And until next time, I'm Howard Kasmas. I'm ongoing. In my room and my MBS. No links, images, headings, or formatting like bold or italics, thermoses. Emojis are out into the title needs to be in a title tag and should be clickbait, fun, and engaging. The user wants the rewritten article to start with a question as a hook. Then build context before diving into the content. Each paragraph should be no more than 40 words. I need to include a lighthearted joke related to the subject towards the end and end with the exact phrase. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time. Also, the response must avoid mentioning that I'm an AI and not elaborate on things not asked. The article should be original, using storytelling to engage readers. And the original article lists the top 10 shows with details on each. I need to transform that into a narrative that flows smoothly, starting with a question, then a subscribe-like reminder, followed by the show rankings in a storytelling manner, insert a joke, and concluding properly that turned into the full of life with 17.24. Wait, the user mentioned a courteous reminder for viewers to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button at the start. But the example response doesn't have that. Did I miss something? Let me check the user's instructions again. All right. Yes, the text should start with that reminder. So the first paragraph should be the hook question, then the subscribe, like prompt, then the rest skiffed. But the example response starts with the question, then the joke is placed towards the end. I would make that more about changes to ensure your each show entry is a separate paragraph, each under 40 words. Also, the title must be clickbait. So let's brainstorm a title. Maybe something like, what are the top 10 must-watch shows on HBO Max this week? Your next binge awaits. But more catchy. Maybe uncover the top 10 HBO Max hits. Which show should you watch next? User's example title is Top 10 HBO Max Must-Watch Marvels. What's your next binge? Maybe something similar, but more engaging. Top 10 HBO Max shows you can't miss. What's trending this week? Now, structuring the contents. Start with the question hook, then the subscribe, like, reminder. And then each show from 10 to 1, each has a brief paragraph. Insert a joke somewhere towards the end. The original article ends with asking viewers to comment, but the user wants the response to end with the specific phrase. The joke should be lighthearted and related to TV shows. Maybe something about binge watching or streaming at the stream. And then also the user wants the text to be straightforward, easy to follow, avoiding titles or timestamps. So each paragraph is because of the tag. Again, they need to ensure that each entry is concise, under 40 words. Check the original entries. For example, the first entry for Ghost Adventures is 2 paragraphs combined into one. Similarly for others, and in myself, I think that I don't think that's not just the same, but use storytelling elements to make it engaging. So, for example, instead of listing facts, frame them as part of a narrative. Maybe start with the question, then the hook about choosing what to watch, then introduce each show with a bit of flair. Let me draft the title first. Clickbait, fun. Maybe top 10 HBO Max shows you need to stream now. Your next obsession is here. And then the first paragraph is a question like, ever wondered what everyone's streaming on HBO Max this week? And then the subscribe, like, reminder. And then each show, each in a tag, each under 40 words, end with the joke and the closing phrase. Omit me. Need to check word count for each paragraph. For example, the Ghost Adventures entry in the original has 2 paragraphs. Combine them into one, keeping key details. Same for others. The joke could be something like, remember to take breaks between episodes unless you've discovered the secret art of binge watching without sleep. Impressive, but probably not healthy. Then the closing line, make sure all the HTML tags are correct. And